Well, it's not every day, is it? You get a brand new Marvel trailer just dropping on some random Wednesday. And well, today is one of those days. Right now, GDC is going down and they're doing a State of Unreal live stream. In that State of Unreal live stream, we've just had a brand new look at the 1943 Captain America Black Panther game. It's going to be called Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra, and we've got brand new details, including a release date for it, some ideas as to kind of what the plot is going to be, and some probably inspirations as to what we can envision the gameplay to look like. So, first of all, before we continue, I gotta remind you, if you're looking to stay up to date on all superhero and comic book games, you're gonna want to hit that subscribe button because you're in the right place, and I'll always do my best to keep you up to date. With that said, we've got quite a bit to dive into, so let's do it, shall we? So, like I say, it kind of came as a shock to everybody. We did not expect anything from this Unreal live stream. It's kind of been radio silence ever since the game was first revealed. In the past, we know that there's going to be four playable heroes. We got Azuri, which is the Black Panther. That is T'Challa's grandfather. We got Nanali, who is a Wakandan spy. Gabriel Jones, who is a US soldier. And then, of course, Captain America himself. Now, that's what's always been pretty interesting to me, is the idea of, okay, of course Captain America's going to be fun. Of course Black Panther's going to be fun. But playing as a US soldier, playing as a Wakandan spy, that's going to be really interesting to see how they make that as interesting as playing as Captain America, as playing as Black Panther. We also got a few other key figures announced. Julie is an ally in the French Resistance, and Howard Stark is going to be in the game. So, of course, Howard Stark is a big Marvel name. I'm pretty excited to see kind of the interpretation around that. We also got information that this game is being composed by Stephen Barton, who has worked on quite a lot of things. For me, most notably is Jedi Survivor. I really, really loved the score behind Jedi Survivor and the soundtrack. I thought that was really well done. So, in terms of when can we expect to get our hands on this game? At the end of the trailer, we got the big news. This is going to be releasing in 2025. Now, that's actually sooner than I thought it would be. I was looking at this as quite a long-term project, maybe 2026, 2027. It's a tentative release date. There's no month, there's no quarter, just 2025. Can we speculate on terms of when it's going to come in 2025? I don't really think that we can. But we know that Amy Hennig's studio is working on two different games. We've got this Marvel game and we've got a Star Wars game in the works from them. So they've obviously got their hands pretty tied up. Now, like I say, with this live stream, it was done during a State of Unreal conference. They're using, I believe, Unreal Engine 5.4, and the detail in these characters looks incredible. I mean, motion capture, like some games recently we've seen just incredible looking visuals, but things like Suicide Squad that released in February has some of the best looking motion capture and facial animations that I've ever seen in a game. This is on par with that. Like, I think this looks really, really incredible. Also, we know this game is set during World War II, obviously with Hydra, the World War theme. This has some massive, massive gameplay potential. From the trailer, we can look at it and we can see a bit of stealth action going on with Black Panther. Cap throwing the shield, obviously, because what kind of game would it be with Captain America if he weren't throwing the shield? But I think what's really interesting is how are they going to incorporate that soldier gameplay? Is it going to be a kind of run and gun? Is it going to be cover based? Again, with the spy, like for me, they are four very different playing characters. Now, obviously, Marvel's Avengers had a crack at something like this. They had different character kits, but in a multiplayer game, that works out a lot different. You have to think about, okay, other people are going to be attacking that same enemy. How can that all work? In a single player game, which is what this is said to be, all of that is changed. It can fit the glove in a different manner. So I think that's really, really exciting. Again, like, we've not really had a World War II superhero game other than the Captain America movie tie-in game, which I enjoyed back in the day. Look, if you went back and played it now, it would not hold up. But I think it's nice to have a different kind of setting. Of course, you could go and set it in a New York or whatever, but I think we have enough of these kind of games to look forward to when you look at EA Motive creating an Iron Man game. We also do have another Black Panther game in development at EA with Cliffhanger Games. And then, of course, Marvel's Wolverine over at Insomniac. So this feels like a really different approach to this like genre, if you like. And I think that's one of the most appealing aspects of it. So again, we don't know much more than getting a few new cast members, getting a tentative release year. and then obviously a really good look. But again, just like looking at this trailer, like the facial animations, just the graphics, like they did like a whole 12-minute panel, which I will link in the description below, really going into the detail of like looking at the particle effects and stuff that goes way beyond my explanation of being able to tell you about graphics. All I know is that it looked really, really good, all right? And it looks like it's going to be taking the most out of these current gen consoles. Like, one of my biggest hopes is the idea that there are all four unique experiences, which is always very ambitious in a game because if you broaden the experience too far, sometimes you lose sight of that whole like main appeal of the like power fantasy of playing as a Captain America, of playing as a Black Panther. But I really think that this studio knows what they're going for with this one, and even though we haven't seen anything from them yet, I kind of trust the vision on this one. In terms of when can we see in gameplay, well, I feel like the summer events with Jeff Keighley or the Xbox presentation, all of them seem, with it being out in 2025, a likely appeal to us seeing the first lot of gameplay. Other than that, maybe at the Game Awards, maybe at D23, which is where this game was first announced. So, yeah, there's probably a pretty good chance. I think we see gameplay of it this year. I hope we see gameplay of it this year because everything that we know about it, everything that we've seen, looks really promising so far. With all that said, I want to know what you think about all this. What do you think of this trailer? Who out of the forecast do you want to play as the most? Who are some of the villains that you'd like to see? Is there any features that you'd like to see in particular? I really want to hear from you in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, hitting the like button really helps me out. And again, like I said, if you're looking to stay up to date on comic book games, you're going to want to hit that subscribe button and I'll keep you up to date. Other than that, have a terrific day and I'll catch you in the next one.